Hey guys, hope your week's going well. So, wanted to talk about my Sturgis. I have always featured this bike. This is what I started this channel sort of on, is this bike, but I've never done a rundown or anything on it for that matter. I think all people really see is me fixing shit on it all the time because I am pretty hard on this bike. It's it gets the throttle for sure, more than the brakes, I'd say. All gas, no brakes. No question about it. But yeah, this is my 1981 Sturgis. FXSB would be its designation. This bike is fully basically rebuilt from the bottom up. You know, I took her right down to the frame basically. My dad helped me with a lot of the work. This is my first bike I really dug into deep for Harleys. I've never rebuilt one past, doing a little bit of engine work here and there, but I've never fully rebuilt a bike like this before, especially the older ones. A lot to them that a guy has to know to do it properly. A lot of stuff to screw up on. Ask me how I know. I had a lot of expensive lessons on this bike, to say the least. But it's here now. This is what it is. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just kind of start from the front here, and I'll just kind of work my way back on the bike. So starting with this front end. This is a wide glide front end. These bikes come stock with more of like a Sportster front end kind of thing. I still have the original Sturgis front end for it, but converted it to a wide glide, and then also kept the Sturgis wheel, but put dual discs on it still, but upgraded it to the newer style calipers. So in order to do that with the wide glide front end, my dad here, he made these spacers, right? Oh, you can see it. Yeah, right there. They weren't easy to come by. You couldn't buy them really available, readily, I should say. Couldn't get them. So my dad spent the time. We bought the round stock aluminum. He turned them down, and I did all the finishing work on them. And yeah, that's how we got that to work with the Sturgis wheel without converting to like a spoke disc or something like that. But it turned out really good, and I actually love it. It's kind of a cool little custom feature there. It's got a little serial number I stamped in the back. You can't see it, but it's there. These lowers are, I believe, FL lowers. They need to be powder coated, but that's okay. Put a upgraded headlight on there. That's a 5-inch instead of the small. What is it, like 3.5 or whatever they have, 4.5? I don't even remember, to be honest with you. The one that's on that bike was actually on this bike originally, but yeah, anyways, converted it to that. Got some signal light fucking brackets here, mounting points to the forks instead of how it was before. It was off of the side of the triple tree right there. Didn't really care for how that was. Plus, these new triple trees don't have the mounting spots like that. But also upgraded the headlight with a LED Rivera. And that thing is bright as shit. I think it's 7 inches. I don't even know. It'd bug me if I keep guessing. What else we got here? Barnet clutch cable. Awesome product. It is super smooth. Highly recommended to anybody. Whoever wants to upgrade and spend a little bit more money than stock on a cable. Super slick. Got Russell brake lines. Some real trick shit on here, actually. These are all Russell black chrome brake lines all the way through this bike. Even in the back, all the way through, even what you can't see, goes all the way back. I'm getting ahead of myself here. But yeah, Russell brake lines. I can't even remember the brand of these stupid levers. They're crazy expensive, but they are really cool. I like them. Nice look. Arlen Ness mini stalkers, they're called. Mirrors. They actually fit this bike perfect. I don't think I could have picked a better mirror myself, but... And got the Performance Machine risers and bar combo. Super solid. I actually had a kickstand fail on me on this bike, and this bike went over on the side. It tweaked the bars ever so slightly, but all the weight landed right on this side, and it did. It tweaked it ever so slightly. I haven't even bothered to do anything with it because it doesn't bug me. But, got Avon grips here. They're actually super cheap, but I'm not even gonna lie. They're the comfiest grips I've ever ran in my life, I think, for any bike, be it dirt bike or motorcycle. Bought a set of raw tanks, fitted them all to this bike. I had them painted with these graphics installed. These are just decals clear coated over, so there's no actual paint there. But it turned out really well. Stock gauge on the top here. I don't think this is stock. It looks like that's aftermarket because I don't see the HD embossment or anything on there. Got some new fly caps for it. Kind of show it off a little bit, and it really shines in the light. I wish I didn't have such crappy light in here, but it is what it is. Moving on down the tank, we have the Saddleman low profile seat here. Awesome seat. Now that it's broken in, I can honestly say it's super comfy seat. It was a little bit hard when I first bought it, but that's okay. I still love it. Got it on sale because they were discontinuing it out of the catalog I was buying, so I got that on sale way back when. And honestly, it just fits this bike. You know what I mean? It just fits it. Okay, we'll move back down here for the power plant in this bike. This is a S&S 93 stroker engine with Harley Davidson heads that have been ported and flowed. Rocker box is all completely rebuilt. I did all of that work. Brand new valves. Everything's been done in there. Did all that myself. I had to space out quite a bit of, get a lot of valve clearance in this bike because at first I was running a 560 cam and needed a lot of valve clearance for it. So I've actually got quite a bit in there. I can run up to basically a 560 cam now. I've got a 525 cam in this thing, and it's just, it really likes it. It's responded well. This winter I kind of went through it. I had a valve seal go in it. Again, I've had so many fucking valve seals go in this stupid bike, but fixed that up, made sure there was no material in the engine while I was there. I put high compression S&S pistons in there, so we're going to see what that's about this year. It should really bump it up and just give it a little more oomph to the seat of the pants. Not that it had a lack of power before, I'll tell you what. So, really good there. It's got a Dyna digital, what is it? Dyna 2000i digital ignition in it, programmable and everything, and I do have the pigtail harness up there installed so that I can plug it into my laptop and change the timing, do whatever I need to do in this thing to get it running how I want it to. Carburetor here, got a Mikuni HSR 42. It originally had an S&S E carb on it. I liked it a lot, but the HSR 42 just offers a little more in terms of what you can do with it to dial it into the bike. Instead of 2 fuel circuits like the S&S has, this actually has a 3rd fuel circuit, be it the needle jet. So cool little fact about this is a good carburetor if you want to go balls out or you want to cruise around town, where I find the S&S, it's a good carburetor around town, but it really performs the best when you want to open that thing up to wide open throttle. That's when it shines. And I gotta say, though, I'm really liking this HSR. I've learned a lot about the Mikuni HSRs, and yeah, I would put that on any bike I own, honestly. I even thought about before keeping the EFI on that bike to switching that over to an HSR and putting, an ignition system and everything in that. But anyways, on with the show here. We've got new oil line here, kit that I purchased and put that in here this year. My marketplace find of the year, my Super Trap 2-into-1 exhaust that I have on here now, which is just, I'm stoked to try it, and it's going to be exciting, I'm sure. I'm really excited to try it. I figure it'd give me a lot more, usable power. The one I had on there was basically a 2-into-1 drag pipe. Just good at wide open throttle. Everything else, it was just making noise. I'd call it Rolling Thunder, but it was a cool pipe. So this side here, we've got, just your regular shovel head stuff. Inside, it's got a BDL clutch, or BDL belt drive system in it with a Barnett clutch. So it's all been upgraded in there too. The twin fire ignition there. Got the Pingle filter that you can take apart, clean. Pingle Diamond high flow petcock. Basically just, I feel like everybody has that on these bikes, but if not, the little V-twin aftermarket oil dipstick there, thermometer. My other one would just kind of like, beep, 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 beep. It would just do weird shit. So, but yeah, so moving on here. Transmission, got your 4-speed, completely redone with Andrew's pretty much everything. Fully rebuilt. Went through and I put new shaft bushings in there during the winter. Kept fucking leaking on me, so did all of that. that should be real smooth this year. So hopefully that gives me zero trouble, but it's a shovel head, so I'm sure it's going to give me trouble. What am I talking about? You know what I mean? It's, nothing happening right there, just your battery box. All of this, though, was so much work to do, let me tell you. Swing arm has been completely rebuilt in there. Serviced everything in there. New bearings, greased everything. Moving on back, we got the PM brake, 4-piston. Just probably huge not probably, it is a huge upgrade from stock. What it had on here before was a GMA. It's a good brake, but what had happened with it was the one of the pistons in there, the holes must have not been round anymore. I rebuilt it and it just kept pissing oil out. I didn't matter what I did, just kept leaking oil, so I had to get a new back brake. Paired with I got a new back rotor. So that's a quick look at that. Put some Dyna Legend suspension in the rear. Probably one of the best upgrades on this bike, honestly, aside from braking. It is night and day difference from how it was before. I have gone very fast on this bike for its year, and it's rock solid. It's just tracks straight, beautiful. I love it. And there's a look at that brake line again, right in there. I was talking about all the way through. It goes like there, connects in there. Stock back. I took the pillars out for the rear brake, or rear signals, sorry, and just moved the signals in closer onto the strut there to kind of just narrow it up quite a bit. Oh no, can't see that. Who cares, really? Converted it from a belt drive to a chain drive because I'm not a huge fan of belt drives. I would rather have a good chain on my bike any day of the week than a belt drive, and I don't care what anybody says. Literally do not care. But so got that. What else have I really done of this thing? It's got the different brake rotors up front. The upgraded to the 11.5s from, what were they before? I don't even know, those small ones like 11s or 8s. I don't even know. Not 8s, that's for sure. I'm gonna sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. I assure you I do, sort of, kinda. On the primary, we've got the Joker Chrome or Joker Customs cover on there, lucky number 7. And then it's funny, I happen to have these laying around, old number 7, and just kind of fit perfect onto this bike. So this bike has, though, from when I got it to what it is now, it is night and day difference. I don't even know how else to say it. It's just completely different. Oh yeah, the buttons have also been upgraded to the more current modern day buttons. A lot more reliable than the old school ones. They don't fall apart while you're riding. You know how it be. if you know sort of thing. Got the open end on the Super Trap there. It sounds awesome. I think I got 12 discs in there right now. It's what they recommend starting with, so that's what I'm trying. But yeah, this is my Sturgis. I just kind of wanted to give everybody a rundown on it. I'm sure there's some things I missed on here, but honestly, you kind of see what it is. I pretty much went over the main points. I put this on there, oil pressure relocation, so I could actually see it. Because I don't have an oil pressure light on here because I'm gangster like that. I like to live dangerously. Yeah, I think that kind of pretty much wraps it up for this thing as far as I can tell from what I'm looking at here. Yeah, just, I rebuilt the wheels. It's been an adventure. It taught me so much on top of what I already knew. But it really, they say with shovel heads, they'll make you a mechanic whether you want to be one or not. And, well, I was already a mechanic. This thing just improved my skills a lot. So it really taught me a lot. My dad taught me tons of stuff through this. That was a big thing. He helped me build this entire bike. So I just wanted to show everybody this, and I've never really went through it. So if you watched this far, thank you and awesome for watching. And if I've earned your subscription, sweet, man. Like and subscribe. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week and enjoy your night. Peace out.